I'm Jenni Momsen. I'm an assistant professor of biological sciences. I teach, I do research, and I love peacock mantis shrimp. So all along we've been ignoring humans, and that's really what we're interested in, is understanding and unpacking what the risk of Lyme disease is to humans in this particular ecosystem. So if we were to add in humans, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to think about add in how you would add humans into this model. Where would you put them? What connections would you build? Go ahead and do that on your model or in your notes. The whole course is focused on kind of the organismal level and above. So we're looking at evolution, we're looking at anatomy and physiology of plants and of animals. We're looking at how organisms interact with each other and with the environment. So that's community ecology and ecosystems ecology. So that's the content goals. But on top of that, I have a lot of skills-based goals. I want students to learn how to communicate their knowledge effectively. So how do we use the jargon? How do we build a scientific argument to kind of convince somebody of this claim that we're trying to make? How do we organize our knowledge? Because there's a lot of kind of facts in biology, but they all connect. And when we connect them together, we have a bigger picture of this system in biology. So if the acorns increase, how does that impact your risk of getting Lyme disease in this particular habitat, do you think? Yeah, it would increase because you have more mice hosts, more ticks, more Lyme disease. I see a lot of connections being built. Can you tell me one connection that you made between humans and another organism on here? You drew a solid line to the ticks. And why is it solid? Solid versus a dashed line, what do they indicate? Direct. So a solid line is a direct interaction. Great. And what were your signs, plus, minus, 0? Great. So that signifies what kind of an interaction? Predation or parasitism. Great. Who linked humans to something else? Yeah, what'd you guys link them to? You linked them to deer. Okay. One I was not expecting, but one that is correct, I think. And what is that interaction? Predation, so we get a plus on the humans because Bambi doesn't eat you. Who links humans to something else? To Lyme. And what is that interaction? Minus for the humans, you don't want Lyme disease. And what is it for Lyme? It's a plus, okay? So this is how humans connect into this system. So then our mega question of the day is, how does an increase in acorns impact your risk of getting Lyme disease in this particular ecosystem? It increases, okay. So you're reasoning very nicely through this entire model. If the acorns increase for whatever reason, the mouse population increases, the deer population increases, that means we can have more ticks that are hosting Lyme disease. The more ticks we have, the more Lyme disease we have, the greater the chances that a human is going to come in contact with an infected tick. There's actually a lot more to this story because these aren't the only organisms in the forest. There's a lot more happening in the forest. And also when we fragment the forest, chop it up into smaller and smaller pieces, that changes the dynamics of these relationships. This covers our community ecology, all the interactions, putting them together in a model, and then working our way through the model to understand how a change in one population can impact and ricochet or cascade throughout the population. And if you want to learn more about that, then come on and take General Ecology because we'll spend some time with that. I think it's the same advice I would give to any student here on campus. And I would say, what is it you want to be when you grow up? And then think about how this major is going to get you there. What are the skills, what is this knowledge that you're going to gain that's going to get you to where you want to be? That's what I would say. Think about where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, and let's figure out how we can get you there.